Welcome to Redwood National Park, home to the tallest trees on Earth. Spanning over 130,000 acres, the park protects nearly half of the world's remaining old-growth redwoods, some of which have been standing for over 2,000 years. So it's not just a park, it's a living piece of history. Today, we're taking you on a journey through 3 unforgettable trails, each offering a unique slice of this incredible park. So let's lace up and get running. About a month ago, Caitlin and I had the opportunity to explore 3 incredible trails in Redwood National Park, and I've been excited to share them with you ever since. We were visiting Redwood National Park as we made our way to Colorado after visiting Oregon and Crater Lake. We were only about 45 minutes north of the park in Crescent City, which was a great place to explore for a couple of days. I should note that technically the park is spread across a wide area along the entire coast, but for this video, we're just focusing on the area around Berry Glen and Orick. The 3 trails that we explored on this quick day trip were the Tall Trees Grove Trail, the Lady Bird Johnson Grove Trail, and the Fern Canyon Trail. All can be done in one day, which I highly recommend, especially if you start early. So with that said, let's get started with the first trail. Good morning, everyone. So I'm super excited for the trail we will be doing today. It is none other than the Tall Trees Trail in Redwood National Forest. So you do have to get a permit to do this. The permit is free, so you don't have to actually pay for it, but you do have to sign up in advance to get it. And then they actually send you a code which will unlock the gate. And then you just go up, enter the code, open and close the gate behind you, lock it, and then head on in. It is a bit of a gravelly road on the way in. I will give you a heads up on that. So if you have a low car or something that a little more dainty, for lack of a better term, might not be your best option because it is a bit of a rugged road, but we're in a Kia Soul, so you should be fine in most vehicles. But yeah, so the trail itself is 4.4 miles. I'm not exactly sure on the elevation, so we'll find out, but this is one of the more popular trails in Redwood National Forest, so we're super excited to do it. So come along with us, let's enjoy ourselves. So we're less than a mile in, and so far this has been absolutely stunning. I keep stopping just to take video, take pictures. So beautiful. Trees are ginormous. You have to stop just to look up at them because they're so big. But so far, excellent. barely in here. Let's haul it out. I didn't know if you could see anything. So we have just arrived at the Tall Trees Grove. You'll know it when you're there. It's pretty big trees here. So there is about a 1 mile loop here. So it's 1.5 miles, basically of all downhill to the Tall Trees Grove. And then that's a mile loop and then a 1.5 miles up the way you came. So the second half will be all uphill. So far, really fun run. The path's relatively clear. There are some rooty areas, but for the most part, it's all clear. But yeah, a wonderful run and absolutely beautiful scenery, especially once you get to the Tall Trees Grove. You start to see those gigantic things. So amazing run so far. Keep you updated. We'll go do this mile loop and then we will head back up. So see you in a bit. So we just finished up the Tall Trees Grove loop. So we took our time, hiked a lot of it. We're just taking pictures, videos, having fun with it because honestly it's really, really pretty. So now we're about to head back that way and start our ascent back up to the parking lot. So I'll bring you more from that, let you know how that is, and then I'll talk to you at the end. Hello. Thank you. After finishing the Tall Trees Grove Trail, we made our short drive over to our next stop, the Lady Bird Johnson Grove Trail. It's only about a 20-minute drive from the Tall Trees Trailhead, but it's an excellent chance to rest your legs and really take in the beauty of the park. This trail is a bit more accessible than the Tall Trees Trail. It's only about 1.5 miles in all, and it's relatively flat, so it's perfect for someone who's looking for something easy, but still just as beautiful as the Tall Trees Trail. What makes this trail special is its connection to conservation. It's named after Lady Bird Johnson, the former First Lady, who played a major role in preserving natural spaces like this.
And as you walk along the trail, you'll find signs that talk about the park's history, its ecology, and a little bit about Lady Bird Johnson herself. It'd also be a great spot for an easy run. We only hiked it, but it was great just getting to enjoy the peaceful atmosphere and just meander along the trail basically and enjoy the surroundings. So hopefully you'll enjoy it too. Let's get to the trail.
That is it for the Lady Bird Johnson Grove Trail. So relatively short, 1.5 miles. I think I said 0.7 miles before. Caitlin told me incorrectly, so no big deal. So it ends up being 1.5 miles, with which it's flat the entire way. You'll see a lot of older people there taking their time, checking out. There is a guided audio tour you can do, but you do need the National Park Service app before you do it. So if you do want to listen to that, great little thing at Tad. We didn't. We just enjoyed the hike and just took our time. And so now we are headed over to the Prairie Creek Visitor Center to get my stamp for my passport, my National Parks passport. And then we will be headed for one more final trail, just 1.1 miles. That's verified. And that is the Fern Canyon? Yeah. Fern Canyon Trail. So we'll head over there and we'll see you guys shortly.
The last stop of the day was Fern Canyon, and this place was something else. It's about a 30-minute drive from the Lady Bird Johnson Grove Trail, and you head more towards the coast. And realistically, the drive in itself is quite an adventure. You've got some rougher roads and eventually a creek crossing, so keep that in mind if you plan on visiting. Fern Canyon is around a 1-mile loop, and it takes you up a stream, basically between two large canyons where you're just surrounded by lush ferns on both sides. It's a really cool atmosphere. And you kind of feel like you stepped on a movie set, which in reality you have, because this was in Jurassic Park 2. The trail is relatively flat, but it's mostly made up of stones and realistically the stream. So prepare to get your feet wet and wear a pair of shoes that you don't mind getting wet realistically. If you have a pair of trail shoes, you'll be just fine. Also, there is a $10 day use fee if you plan on visiting and parking here. That is, unless you have a park pass. I have the National Parks Pass and they let me right in, no issue. All I had to do was show it to them, so it's pretty easy. But all in all, this trail was a lot of fun to run and hike, and it was the perfect way to end our day. So let's take a look at it.
All right, so we're now at the Fern Valley? I don't remember the Fern Canyon Trailhead. As you can see, I can't remember these names. Fern Canyon Trailhead, headed towards it. There was a little bit of a stream. Didn't think our car could make it through it, so we decided that we would run there. So we're currently on our way. Only 0.1 mile. The trail number 3 today. For Caitlin and I back here. Final one. So let's go do it.
Very moist environment.
All right, so we are actually on our way back to our car from the Fern Canyon trail, which super short, and like 0.1, 0.2 of a mile to the canyon itself. And then running in the canyon you could do, but it'd be kind of impractical, to be honest with you. Bunch of boardwalks that you go across, so super pretty and awesome to see, but yeah, it's not the most runnable section. So you can add on this bit of flat road like we did if you really want to make it runnable. So now we're just going to go back to our car and head back to our Airbnb, and that's the end from today.
And that's a wrap on our adventure through Redwood National Park. From the towering redwoods and tall trees to the peaceful paths at Lady Bird Johnson Grove and the beauty of Fern Canyon. Honestly, it was an unforgettable trip. If you're planning a visit, I hope this video gave you some ideas on how you can make the most of your time in Redwood National Park. Let me know in the comments which trail you're most looking forward to, or if you've already been there, let me know your favorite spot in the park. I'd love to visit on my next trip. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any more adventures like this. Thanks for watching, and until next time, run fast, travel slow.